Hi. In this session we'll look at the digestive system. This is important for understanding how food can affect your fitness goals. As part of Unit 1, Principles of Anatomy, Physiology and Fitness, which is assessed by multiple choice examination. In this session we'll look at a number of things. Firstly, we'll describe what's called the alimentary canal, the tube going through your body. We'll talk about how different macronutrients and micronutrients are absorbed. We'll talk about fibre. We'll talk about the liver and pancreas and how, whilst not being part of the alimentary canal, they affect your digestive system, how long digestion takes, and why fluid is important. So let's start with the functions of digestion. We can think of it in 4 stages. The first stage is to ingest, actually to put food into your body, usually on your mouth. Important things here are your teeth. You've got teeth of various shapes which cut the food and smash it into various forms, and also mixes your saliva, which starts to break down things. Once it's actually in your body, we can start to digest. So digestion literally means to split. So we start to split food, as you'll see later on when we go into more detail. Things like carbohydrates and proteins and fats are often in long chains. So we need to break it down, firstly physically with things like your teeth, but also using chemicals such as enzymes to break it into small pieces that can fit into your bloodstream. Once we've actually broken this food into small parts, we can then move to absorption. Absorption is when food is passed into the bloodstream from the alimentary canal. It's taken to various places in the body. Once we've got what we need, we get rid of anything we don't. We eliminate that in a way I'm sure you are familiar. So what I suggest you do, just pause this in a second and go through those, make sure you can remember them before you move to the next stage. So here is all the digestive system laid out in one go. And as we just saw, we're going to put food into the mouth. The mouth is our point of ingestion. And as we talked about before, there's teeth. So teeth smash the food up into small pieces. Saliva mixes to give moistness to the food and allow it to slip into the rest of the digestive system. Saliva also has an enzyme in called amylase, which starts to break down carbohydrates. So quite a lot goes on there at the top of the digestive system. Once we finish there, there's a long tube, basically we've got surrounded by muscle, smooth muscle, and when food is ready it slips down the esophagus into the stomach. The reason we have smooth muscle is the smooth muscle then can contract in rings in what we call a peristaltic contraction, and that pushes food down from the mouth into the stomach. Once we're in the stomach, the food mixes with quite strong hydrochloric acid. This helps to clean the food and break it down somewhat. And there's entrances in and out of the stomach. So the food will stay in the stomach as long as it needs to. And the more complex the food and the more fat and fibre it contains, it will stay in the stomach longer. There's also an enzyme in there as well, which starts to break down protein. Once we leave the stomach, we pass down this tube here, which is called the small intestine. So although it looks quite small there, if you stretch that out, it would be between 6 and 7 meters, and it's got lots of folds in. And actually, if you spread out the area, it would be quite massive. This allows food, once it's digested, to be ingested. So generally, more macronutrients, proteins, fats, and carbohydrates are absorbed through the small intestine. Before it gets there, it needs assistance of a couple of things. So you notice the pancreas here. So what the pancreas does, it creates some enzymes, creates 3 enzymes, amylase for carbohydrate, proteins for fats, and